throughout the case and before the trial began.
We look forward to appealing. I mean, we are thankful that they did not convict him of attempted murder, which would have been life in prison. We just thank them for their service.
The prosecutor will seek the full 20 years for attempted manslaughter, although Koenig could be eligible for probation. Sentencing is set for August 13th. Ben Gutierrez, Hawaii News Now.
Sorry, guys, I'm going to go back a bit because it wasn't recording right away. Just a little bit of a news here.
And a call right after the incident that his father admitted trying to kill her.
That he would not be making it back to Maui and to take good care of the younger kids, and that Ari, my stepmom, had been cheating on him and that he tried to kill her.
The jury was instructed with the law. The jury was first given the attempted murder in the second degree instruction. Then they were said, if you find guilty on attempted murder in the second degree, at that point you have to consider the extreme mental or emotional distress.
Extreme mental or emotional distress is also known in the legal profession by the acronym EMED. Neither the prosecution nor the defense could claim a full victory from the jury.
They came out with a verdict which none of the attorneys argued for. Neither the prosecution nor the defense argued for EMED, yet the jury came down and decided that EMED applied.
You can see that there was definitely evidence of a track record of the ability for emotional disturbance to have occurred.
But
a track record for emotional disturbance to have occurred? But what about all the evidence? Yeah, I feel like this jury missed the mark on this big time. I feel like they gave him way too much credit, thinking that this just all randomly happened. And I'm really disappointed with this verdict. I'm glad that obviously he wasn't acquitted, but I don't think they did their due diligence in actually.
Makalapua Atkins also says they didn't believe Koenig intended to murder his wife that day.
The intent to kill is improbable to us based on the evidence presented.
What this juror 4 person just said is, we didn't think that he was guilty of attempted murder in the second degree. So that's a little problematic. That could raise an appeal issue.
Koenig's attorneys say they will appeal the verdict based on some of the judge's rulings throughout the case and before the trial began.
We look forward to appealing. I mean, we are thankful that they did not convict him of attempted murder, which would have been life in prison. We just thank them for their service.
The prosecutor will seek the full 20 years for attempted manslaughter, although Koenig could be eligible for probation. Sentencing is set for August 13th.
Okay, so what does everyone think out there? Good morning, Thursday morning here, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Calmdowngur here to hear your reactions to this verdict that came in late last night Eastern Time, not late. I think it was around dinner time, Hawaii time. My initial reactions when I saw it in the evening was relief that there was some sort of conviction, but also a lot of questions. I don't totally understand how they came to think that he did not plan to kill his wife that day. I don't understand, given some of the evidence in regards to even his technological searches, even just like the words of his own son. Like, let's just start there. The words of his own son. Why would you tell your son on a video call, not even like just a phone call? So he saw his own father say, I tried to kill Ari and she got away. Why would you hide in the woods or wherever he was for like 8 hours from the police? If your story, your made up story that you tried to throw in at the last minute, these are my personal reactions and from a professional lens as well. Your weak ass theory that you felt a push. He couldn't even say, notice how distancing the language was. He couldn't even say, oh, Ariel pushed me. I felt a push. Yeah, it was bullshit. The way that he spoke, all of that theory was garbage, in my opinion. yeah, I'm just honestly, I am praying that he will get the maximum sentence that he possibly can, because there's absolutely no way that he didn't do this, obviously, but also that, you know, yes, he was under emotional stress, but they both were. They were both trying to do whatever they were going to do and decide whether this marriage was going to keep going. And in my opinion, it was a very unhealthy relationship already. Um, the defendant was being very deceptive, and the wife was lying a lot too. Like, I don't understand why. I get that it's hard to like leave a marriage when you have children. It's more complicated and it can be confusing. One day it might feel like it's getting better, the next day not so much. But we, from what was presented in the trial, like we were made aware of the fact by his Amazon or wherever he purchased it from, you know, that he purchased a recording device in February. So like, and all the books, in my opinion, the books that they noted and the activities that he was doing online on Reddit feeds and things like that, the way that he treated her so disrespectfully in the beginning as well, by telling their best friends about the affair before he even spoke to his own wife about it, just to kind of tarnish her image and reputation with like the closest people to her before without her being there, so that she couldn't even defend herself. It's just, there's so much disdain and disrespect for her. It's astounding to me that a jury, and I think the longer that they went, the more the pit of my stomach was like, they didn't get it. I don't understand how they didn't get it. I don't understand that. It's very concerning to me. If I was Ariel and the family, I would be suing. I would be seeking civil cases. I would be doing more, because this is not acceptable. This man, there's enough evidence to convict this man of attempted murder. There's no doubt. I think most people would try to objectively look at all of the evidence. You know, like I don't understand. I still don't understand how attempted manslaughter with extreme emotional distress. I feel like they gave him way too much credit, and his crocodile tears, I guess, convinced some of them that he was just this innocent, I didn't know what was happening, I felt a push. He couldn't even say she pushed me, because who else, if that truly happened, if he truly felt like okay, think about his personality, okay? Think about the narcissism that we're seeing in this personality, and the lack of empathy for even his own son by talking to him that way that day. The fact that he would try also and discredit his own son in court. I just like think about that and go, I wonder, you know? Anyways, I have lots of questions. I don't understand how they came to that. I'm disappointed, but I'm also grateful that, you know, he didn't get completely acquitted. I wonder, I have thoughts about gender. I have thoughts about, if this was a woman, would it be the same verdict? Was he able to promote enough sympathy? Obviously he was, by some jurors. The prosecution, I just highlighted this on my banner, disbelieve. They said, if you don't believe Ariel, then you have to disbelieve Amanda, Sarah, Emil, and the expert on the defense side. So if you think that Ariel was just this bitter woman that was making this whole story up, I feel like it's not a he. I feel like that the defense trying to determine it as a he said, she said trial is very short-sighted, and it's not even accurate. They just tried to diminish it to that. And unfortunately, the longer that they were deliberating, the more I was like, someone didn't get it back there. Someone did not get it, or they were manipulated in some way by his theatrics. It's really too bad. Like I said, I hope that there's more lawsuits, because this man should not be out in society. Think about how he might treat Ariel if he was released. Think about his children's safety. Think about Emil and in the younger kids and their psychological trauma from all this crap. What did you guys think about his reaction? I immediately saw him cover his face. I saw a little bit of anger. It was hard to see, but I think he was shocked. I honestly think he was shocked that he got convicted at all. I think he thought that he was going to be acquitted. Not surprising to me. Not surprising that he would take the stand. All of these things are in line with, narcissistic type behaviors and profile. So, I mean, all of these things are not surprising, but it is very disappointing that some of these theatrics, I think, worked in his favor. So please comment below, like, subscribe. Trying to get to 500 my channel. Been around for a long time, but I'm Calmdowngur, and I do Catholic content as well as occasionally I do trial coverage, and I really enjoy it. I'm a therapist, and so I have that lens to speak from as well. Initially I was relieved, but now I'm just like, that wasn't enough, because what is the sentencing in Hawaii? I've done some research since last night, and I got conflicting information in that little news clip that I played. It sounds like it could be 20 years. So he's 47. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Have a wonderful day. I hope there's some sun wherever you are watching from. And we'll catch you on the next trial. Let me know too if there's a trial you want me to cover, because I'd love to do that. I will keep you posted, and don't calm down. The world needs you and your lovely face.